the IG of police, and if any building here go down, businesses that they own River State will go down. And I'm ready to go to prison for that. Because you cannot come and destroy the structure of our forefathers. You have done your 3 for 8. Allow people to rule their own tenure. You can't be up and down, and nobody can be God. Wike is not God.
Yes.
And let me advise him, those who are pushing him are also killing him. They are beating him and clapping hands. With the likes of those who are calling them River State Judge, this one, that. Wike should be advised to go and arrest. Because for this fight, it's going to be. But anybody who comes to shoot gun here, destroy anything here, there will be problems.
They are finished. Anywhere you see them say they are finished. And let me assure all of you, not while we live, anybody will take away the structure of PDP from us. Not while we live. And let me tell people, I hear that there are some governors, who say they will take away the structure and give back to somebody. I pity those governors because I'll put fire in their state. That you put hand in my own state. Prepare, because I have the capacity. I have the capacity to also do the same thing in your own state. Whether you are from Bauchi, I don't give a damn. Whichever state you come from, as far as I know that you are trying to put yourself in River State, your hand will get burnt. And you will never sleep in your state. You will never do governance again, you will see political crisis.
Yesterday being Monday, the elected LGA chairmen that were sworn in on Sunday by the governor of Rivers State, Fubara, were meant to resume work at their various LGA offices. But that didn't go as planned, as criminals all over the state went berserk, shooting sporadically, burning down LGA offices and secretariat across Rivers State. It was real chaos. This happened immediately the police withdrew their protection from the LGA offices. No one knows the reason why they withdraw away from the LGA offices. They all know how Rivers State is, how it's prone to violence, especially in this particular case of the election, that the FCT minister is not in support of it. But they withdrew their services and criminals went ahead, burning down LGA offices, shooting sporadically. And in that same process, some persons were killed in Rivers State yesterday. Where Governor Fubara is not mincing words. He has gone all out to call out the FCT minister of being behind the shooting, destruction and killing of people in Rivers State. Fubara asked Wike to give it up, that he cannot win all battle. Fubara is particularly angry with Bola Ahmed Tinubu for mentioning his name in the crisis while ignoring the man that is masterminding the crisis in Rivers State, which is Wike, according to Fubara. Fubara equally said that he has done everything possible to ensure that there is peace in Rivers State. He has done everything possible to reconcile with Nyesom Wike, as well as going on to kneel down to him to beg him to allow peace to reign. He said Nyesom Wike is bent on allowing the crisis to continue because he feels that there is going to be a declaration of state of emergency in Rivers State if the crisis persists. He said that the main problem between him and Nyesom Wike is resource control, that Nyesom Wike want to control the resources of Rivers State as well as the structure of Rivers State. Fubara is determined to ensure that he hold on to the structure and the resources of Rivers State for Rivers State people and not for any particular person. Let's listen to Fubara.
It's going to a point where he needs to let go. We need peace in these states. You don't necessarily need to win all the fights. At times, You just let go. It's sake of the good people of Rivers State and the love that he has always professed for the state. We need to secure the state. We don't need to burn down the states. Fubara will leave tomorrow. Who knows who is going to come? Might be through him, maybe through a person. But we need to keep the state intact. We all know the issue. It's very simple. That's to do with the issue of power, control. It's not about that. You can even say it in this case. If election has been held in River State and council chairman have been inaugurated, in a normal situation, do we even need anybody to go and obstruct them from entering the secretariat? Maybe there's somebody somewhere who believes that, no, I still am above and higher than the authority in the states. That's all. It's just issue of power. But I tell you, my brother, I don't intend to discuss it, and I don't want to join issues with that. I want to focus on governance. Manage the situation as much as I can. That is what is important to me.
But politically speaking, Your Excellency, yeah, if I may come in quickly, politically, there are those who will say, yeah, for the man who brought you into office, yeah, that there are understanding and agreement that you have. Why is it difficult for you to keep your own side of the bargain since you assumed office? Because that's the allegation against you, that you are unable to keep your own side of the bargain. Why is that difficult?
I don't think there's any understanding we have not kept. I can say it here. There is no understanding that we have that I've not kept. That is the truth. Like I said, I honestly would not want to discuss those issues. What I'm appealing is everyone should shield their sword. Even to the minister, Mayoga, there is no need to destroy the states. You once ruled the states. The state was the envy of every other state. Another person is there now. What you need is to give the support. After 4 years, or who knows, 8 years, I will also leave. Another person will take over. That should be the spirit. When it comes to election period, you can fight and do whatever. But now it's time for governance. We need all the support. We're here complaining that Nigeria have a problem, reduction in our oil production. We're trying to improve our production stage, and we are here. This is the heart of where the problem is. We have the problem in Emowa. We have the problem in Degema. We're trying to manage it, and we're now adding in-house issues. These are in-house issues that ought not to be out. I can quote names, but for some reason, let me leave it. There is nothing I've not done on this earth for peace to reign. I can tell you the number of times that I've kneeled down to beg that let's allow this issue to go. But, I feel, like I said, I don't even want them to talk about this. I've done everything. And even as at today, if there's anything that I can do, or there is any way we can get to a point of making peace, I assure you, I'm willing to do it, because this is important to me. What is important to me is let River State be normal. With all the problem we're having, the wonderful jobs I'm doing in this state, I'm not seeing because of the crisis. It's only when I come out and tell people that I'm doing this or the other, they say, you mean this is what is going on in the state? Because the whole thing everybody is hearing is one crisis or another. If it's not from some set of members of this, it's some group of people. If not from this group, it's from one arm, one security agency. It's. In fact, let me even tell you, there is a report I just got now that with what is happening, that some persons have already been penciled down for arrest because they are close to me. I might not be surprised by tomorrow when you hear their names have been declared wanted. I can tell you.
If you know Rivers State too, well, you will know that this is actually the game plan of those that are masterminding the crisis in Rivers State. They want the federal government to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State because they've lose out on everything they had control over in Rivers State. So since they cannot have it any longer, the person in charge currently should not have access to those things. The federal government should come in, declare a state of emergency. That is the reason why they are doing whatever thing they are doing. But there is something you must take note of. Just barely 24 hours after the swearing in of the people that were elected on Saturday, crisis broke out in Rivers State. LGA offices were destroyed. There was sporadic gunshots in Rivers State, and innocent people were killed in the mix-up of this gunshot. Now remember, Wike said something, and I'm sure most of you have not forgotten. The PDP governors unanimously supported and backed Fubara in the crisis between him and Nyesom Wike, and they gave the structure of Rivers State to Fubara. Wike came up on a live television and said any PDP governor that will try to take away his structure, he's going to instigate crisis in their state. He's going to set that state on fire. I want you to listen to Nyesom Wike very well. Listen to Nyesom Wike. Nyesom Wike said this thing last month, and this month Rivers State is on fire. LGA offices were set ablaze, gunshots everywhere. There's crisis in Rivers State. Nyesom Wike has fulfilled his promises to make sure that any PDP governor that take away his structure from him, that he's going to cause crisis in that state. Fubara has taken Nyesom Wike's structure, and that is the reason why there is crisis in Rivers State. What's happening in Rivers State is a form of insecurity. If the security agencies are serious about fighting insecurity in Nigeria, they should have arrested Nyesom Wike. Now, this should bring to your mind what is happening in Nigeria. Politicians are the one responsible for insecurity in this country. They are the one responsible for insecurity, because there is no how you will tell me that just barely 24 hours after these men were sworn into office, crisis broke out in Rivers State. Who are those sponsoring these men that went on the street to burn down LGA offices, shooting sporadically? Who gave them guns? The people responsible for insecurity in this country are politicians, but yet our security agencies keep going after the wrong people. They are going after the people on the street rather than going after the sponsors. It is the sponsors that are supplying arms. It is the sponsors that are supplying funds to these guys on the street. If we really are serious about fighting insecurity in this country, we should be going after politicians. That is to tell you that the Boko Haram crisis, the banditry in the north, unknown gunmen in the southeast, and the kidnappers in the south, every part of the country that is being besieged by insecurity, politicians are the ones sponsoring this heinous crime. They are the ones responsible for it, because whatever is happening in Rivers State has just given us a clue to what is happening across the country. And of course, Fubara is not mixing words. He has come out to say that Nyesom Wike is behind a crisis in Rivers State. He's asking the president to call his minister to order. Should the president be begged to do his duty? Should the president be begged to ensure that he restore sanity in this country? Rivers State is part and parcel of Nigeria. If there is crisis in Rivers State, the federal government is in charge of the security agencies. That means the federal government is not doing their job to ensure that they restore peace and security in Rivers State. They are simply backing up their minister to cause crisis in Rivers State. That is what it entails, because I don't understand why Nyesom Wike should be above the law. I don't understand why Nyesom Wike should come out and threaten to cause violence, threaten to set up states on fire if his structure is taken away from him. Nyesom Wike, and why is the federal government keeping mute and silent over Nyesom Wike actions? Nigerians are watching. We are going to see how all this is going to end. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.